All of a sudden, I felt something on my body, on my butt. I felt something, and I just turned, and I saw he's completely naked, and he's ready to go in. And I was like, what? I started to grab my stuff, and I was living in Iran, you know. I couldn't leave the studio without my hijab, without my stuff. So I started to run. He was grabbing my hair, and you can't even imagine with how much pain I took all my stuff. Government decided to whip me 148 times, and I have no choice but live in my country. I left to Turkey to see what will happen, and I waited to my friend tell me like, it's safe, you can come back. I had no news, you know. I waited months and months and months, and I had no news. Even in Turkey, I couldn't give my address to anybody. Just one of my friends knew my address, and I was all the time afraid. Like even my best friend who knew my address, he didn't know which floor I am. Here I became, I applied for becoming asylum and for becoming refugee. They said you can work, you can have a job, and after 3 or 4 months, they started to pay me 10 euro per day. So I had no choice but trusting people, and I started to live with completely strangers. And I was talking with these guys, and I was telling, why do you help me? Do you need sex? Do you want relationship? If you want them, I'm not here for that. They thought, okay, I'm joking, or I'm just like hard to get, but no, I was serious. So they kicked me out all one by one. And I said to myself, your fear is sleeping in the street, but is it worth it to live with this kind of people? So I decided to jump into my fear. I took my luggage and I started to live in the street. Welcome to my home. Exactly my place. Yeah. Because of the cameras, I was putting my bag here and I was sitting on my luggage, and like that, no camera could have me, because when you're here, they can't have you. So I was hiding here, putting my head here, and I just crying. And one day I went to the metro to sleep, and I was too tired to choose another, seat to sit. I just sit next to the door. I opened my eyes and I saw it was too crowded, and they were right. I can't sit there, but I really couldn't get up. I tried my best. I get up for 2 seconds, but it was impossible. And the woman, all of a sudden, she put her bag on my head, and she put her arm on the bag, and she started to push it. She said, okay, so I'm gonna do this if you don't wanna get up. I felt so shy because she was right, but I was sick and she didn't know my story, but it was so bad, and people were laughing and looking at me, and some guy was recording video, and it was crazy, Ooh. So I just started to scream. I just get up, I started to just look at her eyes, and I started to scream like a crazy, like I don't know this voice was coming from where, but I just started to scream. And in the second, all people were laughing, became quiet. All metro. I just want to say, refugee people are not in your country to take your places. Refugee people are not in your country to take your money, take your places, take your opportunity. Refugee people are here because they had no choice, because it's so difficult to come as a foreigner, come to the country. You don't know the language, you don't know the laws, you don't know anything, and people treat you very bad. When I was saying I'm a refugee, people were acting so different with me. And if they were so different and thinking bad things about me as a refugee, wow, what about the others?